Hey everyone. One thing I come across often in my business are old homes that have been made new again. A renovation is a great way to boost the value of your home, boost the enjoyment you get from your home, or both. I'm Darcy, and today we're diving deep into the world of house renovations, where I'm going to share with you some of the valuable insights from my own experiences to make sure your project is nothing short of a success. First and foremost, before diving into any home renovation project, you need to decide your end goal. Are you looking to do a fix and flip, turn a property into a rental, or create your dream home? Deciding this from the get-go is going to set the tone for your entire renovation journey. It will also make the following steps much easier to accomplish by having a clear goal in mind. Once you know your end goal, you can start defining what the proper property looks like. If it's for you to live in, maybe location is most important. If it's a flip, then finding a house with solid bones at a great price might be top priority. And if it's to turn a property into a buy and hold rental, trying to capitalize on the lowest priced home with the highest potential rents might be for you. Make sure to consider the neighborhood, potential resale value, current condition of the home, and the market trends that we're seeing before making a decision on your strategy. This will help you make a wise investment choice that aligns with your goals, and this is where having a professional like myself can really help make sure that you get the right product. I keep a very keen eye on what's happening in the real estate market, and I know what a good investment looks like. So whether it's myself or someone else, having an investment-focused realtor working for you is important. Another professional you want working on your side is a mortgage broker. When it comes to financing, there's two big pieces at play here. Your initial mortgage, which is going to determine how much of a home you can afford and what it costs each month to own. And the other piece is your renovation budget. Now, there's some key points to be aware of here, and it all comes back to your initial goal. Are you flipping a property? Because then a variable rate mortgage will have more lax terms when it comes to breaking the mortgage early when it's time to sell, even though you might take a higher hit on interest rates. If it's a rental, a fixed rate mortgage can give you peace of mind knowing that your expenses will remain fixed going into the future. Having an investment-focused mortgage broker is crucial here to make sure you get the right product. As for the renovation budget, you'll want to set that based on the after reno value of the home, what that home will be worth after you put the work into it. From there, you subtract what you paid for it, and this will give you your difference. And from there, you can set your budget while factoring in your carrying costs and the profit that you want to make. Also, don't forget to talk to your mortgage broker about the Purchase Plus Improvements Plan. Feel free to message me if you want to know more. This is something that we did on our renovation, and it worked out really, really well for us. It's a program that I highly recommend. Now, once you've figured out your ARV, you found a home within your budget that represents good value. As I mentioned, the difference between that home's price tag and the ARV will give you your renovation budget, as well as factoring in your carrying costs and your profit. This is often overlooked and segues well into our next step, which is planning. Planning is crucial. This may sound obvious, but even the most structured people can get caught up in the excitement of buying a property and doing a rental that they overlook having a proper plan in place. This starts with your budget, and from there, you need to decide if you plan to do the work yourself or if you're planning to outsource it. If you plan to do the work yourself, don't forget to weigh the opportunity costs. Will you miss out on income that you could have received while working? Will you miss out on spending time with your family? Speaking from my own experience, I can say the money we saved from doing a lot of the work myself was lost because it pulled me away from my job and I couldn't sell homes. That being said, I really enjoy getting my hands dirty, so it was still worth it to me. Once you know who's doing the work, develop a timeline. Call the professionals, call suppliers, figure out when people are booking in jobs and how long the lead time is on supplies. You might think your reno will take a month, but the cabinets might take 6 weeks to get here. Adding in contingencies and making sure you factor in these delays and costs is going to make sure that your budget is much easier to stick to. For instance, if you plan to do a home renovation in 3 months and your mortgage is $3,500 a month, by the time this is all said and done, you're looking at a $10,500 bill on your mortgage. You have to make sure that you budget that expense in to your overall budget and be aware of that cost. Otherwise, it's going to come out of the blue and surprise you. One more note on planning. It's not just about budgets and timelines. Small details matter. The old adage, measure twice, cut once, applies to every step of the renovation. Do drawings, make mock-ups, and be sure before you commit. Also, keep in mind, everything has a standard, from towel bar heights to the spacing of a kitchen island. So if you're not sure, Google it and know that these standards have been developed from decades of home building. So have a little bit of faith. And once again, keep the end goal in mind. If this is a rental, don't get too hung up on what shade of white you want to paint your cabinets. But trust me, you want Chantilly lace. If it's your dream home, then spend a little extra time and make sure you get the details right. You're going to see them every single day. Now, Let's talk about what not to do. The most common mistake is underestimating timelines and overestimating your abilities. Be realistic and give yourself some wiggle room. Supplies will be delayed, timelines will get pushed, contractors will push back deadlines. This will happen. You've now been warned. Condensing a timeline can lead to costly errors that will eat away at your returns, so budget for longer, even if this means you have to negotiate a better deal on the home or search in a better price point. Another pitfall is neglecting paperwork. Permits and regulations may not be the most exciting part of the process, but they are crucial. Skipping this step can result in fines and delays, and this happened to us. I had to quite literally beg a home inspector to come to our home before the drywall went up. Otherwise, we would have had to wait for weeks of delays while the drywallers booked back in because they were weeks out before they could have come back. Permits are also important for resale, especially on a flip. Be cautious here. If the house you bought 4 or 5 months ago is now going up for sale, buyers are going to have red flags, and you want to be able to provide them with a track record to show that permits were pulled and professional work was done to ease their mind. My last tip is a very simple one. Get the Home Depot Rewards credit card. You're going to end up spending thousands at Home Depot. Trust me, get the card. And that's it. Whether you're a seasoned renovator or a first-timer, these tips will set you on the path to success. Remember, pick your end goal, choose the right property, set a realistic budget, plan meticulously, and steer clear of the common mistakes. With a little elbow grease and some vision, you'll turn your real estate goals into a reality. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more tips on real estate.